Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, Mr. Sealy P. Ladies and gentlemen, this is part 2 of looking at the most insane mod drop in the game's history. In front of me, the Bale Pitchfork pack. This is by Puszkap. It is 2.86 megabytes download. We've got 1 slot, 2 slot and 1 slot. We have a selection of Bale spikes. This one here, this triple one there, and this one here. You will find them under miscellaneous. There we go. So the first one 430, then 700, then 860. Options on each one. We can change the main colour, which does the framework, and then the tying colour, like that, on all three. We have got the ability to manually raise and lower. If I switch to the front one so you can see it, we can manually raise and lower, tilt, angle each one, or we can automatically raise and lower by just L1 in the circle, depending on what you're on PC, what console you're on, but you can raise and lower automatically, like so. That's the Bale Pitchfork pack by Puszkap. Next, we've got the Hitch support by, I'm going to try and get this right. This is ScandinavianVikingsModRebuildsTeam. Just put Scandinavian ... because I thought I'd remember and I didn't, and I apologise. And it's this Hitch support is designed specifically to work with these, with the Platinum Expansion Volvos. So these will hook up to pin hitch trailers, but they won't hook up to ball hitch trailers. And because the bumper's very high, depending on what trailer you've got and depending on how much movement you've got on the actual hitch itself on the trailer, will depend. Sometimes they sit at odd angles and it doesn't look quite right. So that's what this is designed to do. This you'll actually find under wheel loaders, just there. So it says hitch support L120H, L180H. Slot count on that is 2. It's 1.89 megabytes download, and we've got the options of a ladder hitch. And if you have the ladder hitch, you're going to need a drawbar to go with it. You can have a pintle hitch, which is the pin hitch, or you can have the ball hitch. Now, obviously, you can switch those out if you've got a toolbox, if you've got a workshop, something like that. Then you've got your height adjustment. So depending on what you're going to be doing with now, because the loaders are quite high bumpers, I've set both of them on low, and I think it just works better with the trailers. But that is entirely up to you, and it comes on a pallet, as you've already seen. There's no colour options. So what we'll do is back up, hook up, and there you have it. So you can adjust those various different things with toolboxes. And if I hook up to a trailer with the ball hitch, it will hook up, and it will work with pin hitches, and if you've got a drawbar, it will work with those. So you can use your wheel loaders with whatever trailers you like now, which is absolutely brilliant. So the question I know that everyone will ask is, well, will it work with other wheel loaders? Well, we do have a wheel loader pack, and as you can see, it's on the back. It does. Whether it's supposed to or not, it did hook up, and it will hook up to trailers, so it does work. So that kind of answers that question. So I'm going to jump ahead actually to look at this mod now, seeing as I've got something attached to it. So what I've got here is that hitch support. I'll disconnect it, start the engine. So I say on the pallet, it'll give you the option to attach it, and obviously this is a modded one. I don't see any reason why it won't work on other wheel loaders. It seems to work absolutely fine. So yeah. So that was the Scandinavian Viking Mods Rebuilds team. So what I have here then is the Claas Lely pack by Morris 3001 Chris, 34.58 megabytes download. We've got 13 slots, 17 slots and 15 slots. Now these are in essence the standard in-game wheel loaders. So we've got the Taurian 956, the Taurian 1511 and the Taurian 1914. So what we've got then are modded versions of those with some extra options. So as I said, slot counts on these are 13, 17 and 15. So you can have it in the class options. We do have some other options with regard to tyre choices. So on the first one, the 956, we've got the option of front twin wheels in each of the tyre choices, so standard and front twins. Then you've got brand class or Lely. You've got carpet inside, yes or no, and that's the same on all of them. And then rim colour, again the same, you've got class or you've got Lely. And that's the same on all of them. The difference being that when we go to this one, and we go to this one, under the tyre choices, we've got standards and wides, rather than twins at the front. But again, we can switch that to Lely, carpet yes or no, rim colour, and then we've got a license plate option on there as well. They run well, they look good. In addition to those options we can change, we do have doors and windows and things that open. I've opened them on the other ones, but I'll show you on this one. So under L1, R1, L1, there we go. Right stick side to side does that one all the way out to there. Up and down does that one out to there. And depending which one you've gone for, there'll be different options. Lights, beacon, horn, engine off. So that one, the door only opens back to there, but that window opens as well. The door on this one opens forwards that way, and the window slides on this one. But they're very nice. They do the job. So that was the Claas Repair Pack by Maurice 3001. Chris. Next we've got the Unia PL6. This is by Nikos 321, 4.73 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. Now, I thought, oh, we've already got these, kind of. This is you can have it as an auto-load bale trailer, but yeah, I'm not sure if there's something wrong. You'll find it, well, I found it under low loaders. It might be under bale loaders as well, but out there, the PL6. It's 4 slots, which comes down to 1. 9 grand, that's all. So you've got standard configuration, auto-load, no. Now, I haven't got one of those, but I'm assuming that comes with straps. It should do for taking pallets and things like that. Now, it does say there, round and square bales on the left-hand side. And in the instructions, it does say round and square bales. So you've got design standard, you've got extensions squared, you've got extensions sort of bale trailer. Now, if you were going to manually load round bales, I would put them on sideways. And you can put them into those cradles. That's kind of the point. And then we're back to standard again. We've got auto-load, yes or no. And then you've got main colour is that. Then we've got that option, then that option. There's a license plate option there too, but here's the problem I have found. Start this up. We can raise and lower, which is great. I've got an auto load, so operating position. Put 16 round bales on, good as gold. Unloading, unload bales. Now we've got all this movement here, right the way down to the ground, which I like. And under this one, we've got that movement and that movement, which is also brilliant. L1, R1, we've got that movement and we've got that movement. So depending on where you want to put them, the angle of the ground, whatever it might be, you can set these down really nicely wherever you want, which I think is marvellous. So I put those right to the ground and unload there. Brilliant. So here's where we run into the snag. This bale is not supported. That is a standard in-game square bale. I have tried it with liftable bales as well, and although it does say in the instructions, and it does say when you go and get it in the store that it will do round and square bales, I can't get this to pick up square bales. It just says this bale, yeah, this bale is not supported. I normally show it and I didn't. So if we reset an operating position, let's just say with those ones. So at the moment they're on the trailer sort of, but not completely. And I've always said they're ethereal bales. I can drive around like that, fine, they won't do anything, they won't go anywhere. If I unload bales and unload here onto the trailer, they now have weights, they have mass, they're on there, but there's no option to strap them down. So if I drive off now and turn the corner, those bales are going to go all over the place. So you're almost better off not making them real, not making them sit on the trailer. I would say they could probably do with having some straps on here, but again, I like it as a trailer, it's pretty cool. That's the Unia PL6 by Nikos 321. Next we have got, oh yeah, this is nice, quick, straightforward. This is the Lizard Timber trailer by KoPi, 3.66 megabytes download, 3 slots on console. We have the option for a trailer hitch on the back of it. It has straps. We've got colour choice, and we've got the options for fenders, and we've got the option for side protection. You will find this under Forestry equipment. Right there, the timber trailer, 35 grand, slot count comes down to 1. As I said, configuration standard with a trailer hitch. You've got wheel brands, Continental or Trelleborg. Trelleborg has the wider tyre option, more sort of off-road, foresty. Mud guards, yes or no. Side guards, yes or no. Main colour, anything on that pallet there. Rim colour, anything on that pallet also. Those are your choices. It's not auto-load, nothing like that. So tension straps on or off. Yeah, it's a timber trailer. It does what a timber trailer should. That's the Lizard Timber trailer by KoPi. Next, we've got the Claas Kaweco Carat. Also by Lucas. 3.43 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. This you'll find under Tools and Trailers. Right there, slot count comes down to 1. Options on this. We've got class extension, where this is great, it's talking about the chassis. So you've got extension on there, which is 22,500 litres, or default 12,600. And when it says default green, it's talking about the chassis underneath. You've then got extension with green chassis, and we got default with grey chassis. Then it goes to used. Then we go to Kaweco, again with the grey chassis, extension, orange chassis, extension. Then we go to Lizard default with red chassis, grey chassis, and then back to Claas default grey. So you've got a few different options to choose from. 12,600 in its standard. Then we've got optional Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back again. I've said this, I'm not going through all the tyre choices on everything, but on this one, the Trelleborg goes up to a wide 3. The others just have a standard and a wide. Reflectors, yes or no, if you want them on there. If obviously you go for the Kaweco, which is orange, the reflectors don't stand out particularly well, but they will reflect. And then you've got rim colour option on there, and we've got a license plate option on there as well. Start this up, unload. We've got the options, it has got a rear hitch on it as well. We've got tip side back, tip side grain door, which does that. Tip side back, does that. What I like on the inside, it's got this kind of mottled effect, like it's almost like this, not rust, but it's sort of battered inside, you know, it's had a bit of a hammering, it's been used. There you go. That's the Claas Kaweco Carat by Lucas. Next, we've got these, and these two are representative. This is the Forigo Roteritalia Power Harrows pack by ModPassion, 48 megabyte download. These are 8s, 9s and 10s slots. We've got different widths and different capacities if you go for the option to have cover crop option on it as well. If we go to our Power Harrows, we start there with the 1.3 metre. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. 1.3 metre. We've got the 1.5, we've got 1.8, 2 metre, 2.3, 2.5, 3 metre. Now, the options are pretty much the same on all of them, as far as I can tell. Now, options and upgrades we've got on this. We've got option no. You've got APV. So the APV is what adds the seed tank on the top. If you go for that option, it adds some more down here. Now, this is interesting. It says position APV control box in the cabin. None. And then it gives you the Deutz-Fahr, Massey Ferguson Series 6S, 7S, Valtra A, N, Q, T, none. Now I went for the 6S, Massey Ferguson 6S, and it didn't give me the option. It puts a box, that's weird, where's that gone? It put a box on the actual frame, but it hasn't put it in the cabin. And then you've got the option to change the capacity, 120 litre, 200 litre, 300 litre, 500 litre. So that's only if you go for the APV option. So we go back up to the top and we take that off. So that's what it comes with. You've got that and then this option. So this is the front attachment adapter. So if you want to run this as a power harrow on the front of your machine, you can. I would imagine as well you could probably run this on the back of your machine and then put something else on it maybe, but that's the option to put it on the front if you want, and I'll show you that. So then the other options, we've got rear leveling roller high or low. That just changes the frame a little bit on that. Top pin attachment just changes the pin top, middle and low on there. We've got a shredder roller, we've got a packer roller, we've got a cage roller, we've got a mesh roller, we've got a spikes roller, back to shredder roller, power takeoff yellow or black, and then you've got design colour, and that does the PTO covers, black or yellow. Those are the options on all of them. So as you can see, there's our box, and that's got a cable. Now the pictures on the Mod Hub show, and I've got a 6S. Now there are so many modded versions, it doesn't specify one in particular, but if I hook that up, all the pictures show that the little control box appears here between those two monitors, but it hasn't, and it's gone from there. If I detach it, you'll see the monitor appears back on there again. So I'm not sure why it's not doing that. Now it does also say selected work mode, and we toggle that, and it says 18 degrees 13.59630. Well, that's changing bolts holes. So you notice there, if we go there, it's just changing that back roller ever so slightly. So these are just options that you would have in the real version. It just adjusts that rear roller. We do also have side to side. We got some animations for adjustment of bits and bobs on here. That tilts those as well. And then we've got these side plates which can raise and lower in the bolt holes as well. So there's some nice added bits in this. Turn that on. So it'll run as a power harrow, but it will be putting in a cover crop at the same time as well. He says, yes, it is putting in. I was going to say, it does seem to be going down. So we're power harrowing and we are putting a cover crop in as well. And if we go for the other one just over here, I need the tractor. This is not going to plan. I'm not going to get this edited down under 60 minutes. I know I'm not. And this is an absolute doozy. We've got some absolutely cracking mods. That way round, and now it will work. There we go, on the front. Hooray! We got there in the end. And again, apologies if I'm skipping through these and not paying enough attention and pointing out as much detail as I would do normally, but we have got so much to get through. That's the Forigo Roteritalia Power Harrows Pack by DD ModPassion. Next, we've got this. This is the LizardTon, or Ton, 7.41 megabytes download, 7 slots on console by J.AModding. You will find it under Tools and Trailers. Slot count comes down to 1. It will take pretty much anything. I don't think there's any options on this, no. 6,000 litre trailer, no colour options, no choices. It just comes like that. Start that up. It does, you know, it's that sliding. I think because of the tractor I've chosen as well, it sits quite high on there. But, yeah, 6,000 litre trailer, not too expensive. Does the job. Unload here. Yeah, that is sliding a lot. I don't know if that's because it's got iron ore in it or it's just doing that anyway. Didn't notice that when I first put it out. That was quick and easy. That's the LizardTon by J.AModding. Next we have got these. This is the Lizard N235i. 2351 by KoPi, 14.57 megabytes download, 11 slots on console. This is a muck spreader, but do have the option of a trailer option. Now, what I did specifically with this, because there are quite a few different options on the trailer side of things, the larger trailer options are silage trailers only, forage wagon. So it will only take things like silage, wood chip, grass, hay, straw, top mix ration. It won't do all crop types. The smaller capacities will, but the very large ones won't. Again, really nicely made in detail with a few different options for opening and covers and things like that. We do have rear trailer hitch options, and then we've got the muck spreader option on this as well, which again, we've got a few different options within that. So you'll find it initially under manure spreaders. Right on the end there, 6 grand, slot count comes down to 1. So you've got a spreader with a single spreading shaft. You've got with extensions, so you've got 3,400 litre, 5,400 litre. You've then got spreader with 2 spreading shafts at 3,400 litre and then 5,400. You then go to trailer at 3,400, trailer at 5,200. Then we go with metal extensions, 5,300. Then we move up to this. So with the large volumetric sides, that then becomes a forage wagon. So that will only do forage crops, 10,300 litres, or that one with the wooden sides at 9,300 litres. And then back again. So on this one then we got plain rims, or we got bolted rims. We got newer type or older type of lights. We've then got type indication of stickers. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, 4, puts everything on, and then none. Then you've got attacher standard or a rear trailer attacher. We've then got colour of the chassis. We've got colour of the sides. We've got extensions. Now if you've gone for the metal extensions, those will change, but these tubes and stuff around the side as well will go. Front shield is at the front. Let's change that to yellow so you can see that. So that section there, the front shield, and then rim colour, again anything on that palette. Let's go for white like that. Those are all of our options. So what we'll do is just disconnect that, drive forward. So with this one we've got the option that shouldn't be doing. Why is that rolling away? So what changement of that? Why is it not doing anything now? Oh yeah, but on the front it's got the PTO cover there. You can take that on or off like that, and then this one we can do that cover on or off, or if we go side to side we can open and close it. So you can either have it opened or closed, have a look at the mechanisms inside, or off completely or back on. So it depends which option you want to go for on that. And then like I said, this is the forage wagon, so it will unload here. He says there we go, fantastic. Disconnect that. I don't want to do a part 3. Hook this up, Now, I don't think, I used to have to unfold it. So unfold manure spreader, does that at the back, puts the lights out of the way. Don't want them getting covered in you know what. We can activate double application rate if you want to, turn it on. I think it's only got a 2 metre spread width. Nice animation. I always love the steam of that when you're doing muck spreading. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And there you go. That's the Lizard N2351 by KoPi. Next to that we have got this. No, stop. Jump out. There we go. We've got this. This is the Maximus 20,000. This is 12.68 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. By Farm Centro Sol, it's 32 metre spread width and it does fertiliser and lime. You will find it under fertiliser spreaders. I've got lime in it. There you go. 130 grand though. It's quite pricey for a 20,000 litre, to be fair. We've got Lizard, we've got BKT, Continental, Michelin, back again. Main colour, you got red or stainless steel. Those are our choices. We start this up. I don't think we have to unfold anything. It feels heavy with 20,000 litres in there, I'm not going to lie. That looks like 32 metres. That's... There you go. So that's on lime spreading, but it will do fertiliser as well. Swivel front axle, so it does turn nice and tight. Nice animation. Does the job. The Maximus 20,000 TH by Farm Centro Sol. Next we've got this 3 metres, people, 3 metres, all is not lost. So this is the Gepard Hydropack by J.AModding. 7.74 megabytes download, 5 slots on console, 3 metres wide. You will find it under disc Harrows. Right there, 11 grand, stock count comes down to 1, 3 metres wide. Side covers, yes or no. Hydropack, yes or no. So that's no, that's yes, which allows you to hook something else on the back. So if you want to be doing your disc harrowing, cultivating 3 metres and have a seeder on the back or some of that, you absolutely can. Main colour, anything on that palette. There. Design colour, anything on that palette. There. That really wasn't the best colour to go for. There we go. Does all of that. Those are your choices. Start this up. Now disc harrows usually are shallow cultivators, but we'll see. Shouldn't bring up stones, but there we go. It's not bringing up stones. Lovely job. If we go over to a crop that's just been harvested, you should get what this is showing, that shallow cultivation texture. Like that. 3 metre Gepard Hydropack by J.AModding. Another nice straightforward one. Lovely. Next. We've got this. The 2-wheel Barrow. This is by Zimowv. 0.93 megabytes download. 2 slots on console with a 600 litre capacity. You will find this under vehicles and miscellaneous, because it technically operates as a vehicle. There we go. Just there. 350. That's all. Takes pretty much anything. Main colour does those bits. Extension colour does the handles. Those are your choices. I can get onto the vehicle by entering it like that, and we can change to that view or that view. Start the engine. So when you want to come and feed your couple of pigs and you've got a little bit, if you want to add that bit of immersion to doing a small farm thing and you want to take some stuff, I like it as an option. There we go. That's cool. It's simple, it's straightforward, it does the job. My pigs are fed, they're happy. Look, here they come, look, sorted. Happy days for the pigs. That's the 2-wheel Barrow by Zimowv. Next, we've got this. This is the Krone EasyCut F320 CV by ScandinavianVikingsModRebuildsTeam and Redcat 3D. It is 1.9 megabyte download, 3 slots on console, 3.2 metres wide. The reason I have 2 of these, we've got an option on this. You've got normal or you've got swath plate. So I just want to see the difference when I mow. I'm assuming it will just be that wide without, and it will be that wide with. Again, I am making an assumption there. We hook this up. I love the design of the front of that sweeps it up over the bonnet so you can get maximum speed across the ground. This you'll find under tools and mowers. Right there, 19,000. Slot count comes down to 1. 70 horsepower required. So like I said, you've got without swath plates or with swath plates. It's hard to see in the grass, but that's the two different options. So what we'll do is start that up. Drop it down. Let's move. I mean, it looks pretty swathy already. Turn it off. Disconnect that. Let's go and get the other one. Is swathy a word? No, probably not. Turn that on. Drop it down. It looks identical. But if I turn it off and lift it, there's no option to adjust that swath plate. So it looks to me like it's exactly the same. But it mows, it's a front mower, 3.2 metres wide. With or without the swath plate, I mean that could just be for, that's what the real version has. There you go. That's by J.AModding and Red Cat 3D on the grass work gear. We now have got the SIP Favorit 234, which we're going to look at next. It's a windrower. You can front mount it. I think it might be specifically for front mounting, but you can probably put it on the back as well. 3.59 megabytes downloads by BGamer003. 6 slots, 2.3 meters wide. You will find it under windrowers. 4,500, 20 horsepower required. Slot count comes down to 1. We've got the 234. You can have the SEP Nussel Vario. Those are the two choices with no other options within that. We jump in here. We've got the option 2. Now it comes like that. We can put it like that and fold it away for storage, or do that and widen it out. We turn it on. We drop it down. And it windrows, which is what it's designed to do, and it does it in a flappy paddly kind of way. I like it, does the job. Fold it away and then you can store it. Lovely job. The SIP Favorit 234 by BGamer003. So behind that we have the Lely Hibiscus 1515 CD Profi by Gaming Flow, 6.36 megabytes download. Let me just drop that off. 5 slots, 14.8 meters wide, and we've got the option on this tyres. We've got standard and wides on all of the tyre choices. I made a note of that because I thought it might be important. Not sure why, but I did. Also under windrowers, that one there, 62 grand, 110 horsepower required. Slot count also comes down to 1. 11 miles per hour it will run. So we've got Trelleborg, we've got BKT, Michelin, Vredestein back again. All of them have a standard and a wide option. So depending on which particular one you want to go for, if we open it up. Nice smooth animation for unfolding. There's no other options to unfold or widen or get or narrow it any more than that. Turn it on, lower it down. And away we go. The Lely Hibiscus 1515 CD Profi by Gaming Flow again does the job. Nice animations, nice bit of dust being blown up on that. Nice bit of movement on the rotors. Very cool. Great animations and sounds on the fold and unfold. Lovely. Next. This is also representative and straightforward. There's only 2 of these. This is the Claas Vario header trailers by Marcel313. 2.5 megabytes download, 3 slots each. You'll find them in that said location under header trailers. These are for small class headers. You've got the 680 and the 560. Now, it doesn't give you, normally it gives you option for what will go with it, combinations. That's the word I was thinking for. But they are quite small. There's no options within those other than the license plate. Each one has a toolbox attached. Doesn't open or anything like that. But they're nicely made, nicely detailed, and designed for your sort of smaller class headers. More standard in-game stuff, but nicely made, nicely put together. Rear beacon. And as I said, little toolbox in there as well. Nice. The Claas Vario header trailers by Marcel313. Next. We've got this weapon. This is the Gyrax Big Comfort P227 for 22,700 22700 by Black Sheep Modding. 6.66 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. This is the Mega Bale Shredder. We had this on previous versions as well, I recall. This will take 8 square bales, and what's great about this is the whole thing unfolds to open this bed up completely. So using bits of equipment like this, like that, you can load up your 4 bales either side, and then it closes up with all 8 bales in there ready for your straw blowing. With the blower pointing down, you've got this chute which will kind of put it right down where it is, but you can adjust the angle of the dangle on that as well. This you'll find under animals right there, 63 grand. Slot count comes down from 5 to 1. Options on this, we've got tyres, Michelin, BKT, Trelleborg, Nokian, and back again, and a license plate option on there as well. Other than that, that's what you get. So that's the reason why I'm just going to grab this and that. Hopefully we can get that on nice and neat, or as neat as I can do it anyway. I could probably do it neater. Do that, and off we come. Get that out of the way. Just using that pack as well. So from here, I hope this works now. Close side doors. Look at that, isn't that cool? So whatever way you want to load the bales on, but then they're in. Now it's saying 9,000 litres, for some reason it's saying registering 1, I don't know why, that's peculiar, isn't it? Maybe just the first one that's in there and good to go. We swing that around a little bit, I don't really want to be blowing stuff all over these tractors. But as I said, under L1, right stick up and down, and side to side, so we've got that. Does the nozzle. If you want to put it right down, you can. If we unload here, you can put your straw wherever you want to put it. Let the cows have it. It's very cool though. And it will honk its way through a bale quite happily. Why is that not turning off? Oh, so I thought, what have I done? Why is that working? And if you want to take bales off, or you want to use them for something else, you can just open the side doors up. They won't necessarily flop down because they're up right now, but then you can get access to them if you want to. Or if you wanted to, if you've used some bales and you just want to keep that topped up, you can add more bales in or whatever you want to do. But it's a very cool bit of kit and I like it a lot. It's something different, isn't it? It stands out. Nice. That's the Gyrax Big Comfort P22700 by Black Sheep Modding. And next, we've got these. This is the Kessler Forestry cranes by HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau. 9.32 megabytes download, 7 slots on console. Sorry, say 7 slots, 11 slots, and 3 slots. So we've got 7 slots for the crane. We've got 11 slots for the actual tree harvester, and then we've got 3 slots for the front grab. Now, in this configuration, the front grab can be used when lifted up. If you put the crane over the top for transportation, the crane rests there is almost like a little cradle, but you don't have to have it like that if you don't want to. These you will find under forestry equipment. So there we go. For 45,000, you get the crane grab. Slot count comes down to 1. 45,000, you can have the harvester head, and then for 3,000 you can have the log fork. Options on these, we've got crane colour, anything on that pallet does that. Claw colour does that. That one, we've got a couple of extras. So we've got crane colour does that, claw colour does that, processor colour does that bit, and then hose protection, so the hose is on there on the back, does all of that. And then on this one we got small, we got a big for our logs. We've got 3-point front loader, so depending on what you want to be using it with. Again, main colour does that, claw colour, lost myself, does that. Those are your choices. So if we start this up, under crane options, we've got our usual crane movement, left, right, up, down, in, out, shake it all about, and then L1, R1, rotate the crane head and open the crane head. But if I go for that where it says at the top, grapple free rotation off, if I press X now and do L1, R1, I can't rotate that head anymore. So you can use it for skidding, that kind of stuff if you want to, but if you want it to rotate in its operation, you need to turn that off, and now it will give me the option to rotate it again. There we go. So that's for that. If I swing around a little bit, L1, R1, left stick side to side, I can put my supports down for operation. So if I'm moving stuff that's well, let's go back that way. That's interesting. So your crane operation, I mean, it does what you expect a crane to do, but attached on the back, plenty of movement, nice. What do I turn it off? We've switched to the front. We go up or down. We got our tilt action. We can raise and lower it automatically if we want to, and then with L1, R1, and right stick side to side. Was it? Why is it tilting the back? That's interesting. Oh, there we go. Right stick up and down, we can open and close our grab, so we can use it for grabbing our logs. It doesn't have to be a support for the crane at all, but we can just use that as a regular old log fork, log grapple, whatever you want to refer to it as. So that's those two. This works exactly the same as the crane, difference being we've just got a cutter on it. We turn that on, open it up, we can adjust our cut length all the way up to 12 meters. So let's go to 5 for example, or 5.5. We cut, put it to one side, it's a cheaper alternative to get into, you know, cutting down your trees. Now this only goes up to 64 centimeters, the head on this, so you've just got to be careful. Same options as the crane for adjustment, movement, and the same for folding, unfolding. As you can see, it does have a light on the end of the boom, so when you've got the lights turned on. Oh, what I didn't show you the other one, I should have done, is camera angles. To go to that, that puts you right on the end. There you go. Then you've got that side as well, so you've got nice camera angles, so you can see what you're doing. Same on the crane as well. And then for folding up, or again for transportation if you want to, let's turn that off, close it up. And if I want to disconnect that now, there you go. Don't knock it over. Very nice indeed. The Kessler Forestry Cranes by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau next. Oh, I've been waiting to do this one. Oh, this thing just looks absolutely phenomenal. This is the Scania, the Lizard Torpedo. This is by Eric Isaac Agro Mods, 41.22 megabytes download, 22 slots on console. It is a Scania, and wow, this, I mean, this is a mod review in its own right as well. This has got so many options, so many details, and I mean, this is just tip top. I absolutely love the look of it. I love all the options. I'm going to speed through these because I'm going to have to. There's just so much on it. If we go to our trucks. And there it is, 145 grand for the base model. Some curious things happening with the horsepower though. So we've got 550 horsepower. We've got, it says it goes from the 550T V8 to the 650T V8, and according to that, the horsepower goes down from 550 to 350. That might be the other way around. Then the 730 is 730 horsepower. The 770 again doesn't change. It still says 730, and then back again. So I left it on the 770. We then got wheel brand, we've got that and that. I'm terrified. This is, somebody said to me the spinning thing has started happening again since the last game update, that it starts spinning and then the game crashes. I really hope it doesn't do that because I'm so far through this. Yeah, so you've got those two options on there. Then you've got wheel setup, you've got standard, or you've got a reducer hub. Reducer hub with cover, back off again. Chassis protection, so you've got that, you've got that. Full cover V8, which puts the V8 thing on the back as well. Then you've got a protective bar, which is down the bottom. Don't saw that go on. There you go. So it puts a protective bar with side markers on it. Please stop doing that. And then back off if you want. This is going to crash. It's absolutely going to crash. Let's try that again, shall we? Game crash. Cabin decals, no. Design 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like that. King of the road. 7. Now you can't change the colours of those, so it'll be a case of sort of matching up with what you can, what looks right with the colour you choose. So you've got exhaust standard. You then got standard 2, which comes out down there. You then got 1 mouth at the bottom, 3 mouth, which I went for because I thought that looks absolutely fantastic. You then got the top, curved American, straight American, and back to standard. You got protective grille. This is, like I said, there's so much on here. It's insane. So you got chrome grille with lanterns. Then you got different colours: red, orange, blue. Paintable grille again with the various different colour options on the lanterns. Or no. That was right, wasn't it? Yeah. Then you've got lantern bars. So you've got a bar there with square lanterns, LEDs, LED2, round white, and then red, orange, blue, no. So you can have those options as well, whatever you want to go for. There are so many. Bumper bar down the bottom, yes, with lanterns. So you can have sort of side light type things though. You've got roof lantern bar, yes, with small lanterns, LEDs, Michelin men. And it runs through a cycle of different options of lights, Michelin men, different things you want. You might want to go for. It's entirely up to you. So there's a whole load on there. I don't know what I went for. Did I go for that? I can't remember. Maybe horns. You have extra horns on there. You got warning lights. So you got on the grill, just either side the lizard sign. And then it runs through a whole lot of different options, adding extra lights in all over the place. More lights, and then it puts lights up the top here as well. On the roof, look. There's so many to choose from, it's crazy. So I went for a selection, I can't remember what I went for now. Bumpers, small, so this is chin bumper, painted, medium, painted, large, painted. Then you've got medium with additional, which I thought was better than large painted. I like that little chin spoiler on the bottom there. Sidebar, yes or no. Grills, then we run for a whole lot of different grill options. So you got black with chrome, black painted, all sorts. You can run through, there's a ton of different options to change on the front there if you wish. You've got clear glass or dark tint. You've then got chassis 6x2 or 6x4. You've got sun visor options, additional curtains, and again this runs through, I'm not going to go through all of them, it runs through loads of different options. You've got beige with white, white 2, you've then got black, black 2, red, gold, white, and then it runs through different then colours with all those extra options. So I'm not going to run through all of them, but you can change all the curtain colours inside if you want to. Cabin roof, you've got a low roof or a high roof. I went for the low roof. You've got special steering wheel, yes or no? Of course you go for a special steering wheel. Interior colour, again, we can choose from any, again, we can choose anything on this. Special was what I went for. It looks very nice in there, sort of tan colour, leatherette type thing. Main colour, then we go to the colours. Anything you want on this palette at all, it's entirely up to you. And it runs through various different options of mattes and glosses. Sorry, I just turned all the options off. There you go. So glosses, different shines, mattes, and then the chrome sort of look. I'm not partial to that so much. Front grille colour. Let's go for something that stands out. There we go. So front grille colour. Side fender colour. So we can change that independently if we want. Rear fender colour. And then we've got a rim colour option on there as well. We're quite a few to choose from. And then license plate. So let's get to the vehicle itself. So let's start it up. It sounds great. Just turn the lights off for a second. So that's lights off. Lights sort of on, more on. Oh, yeah. Beacons. If you've gone for the various different flashing units, they're all over the place. Light bars, flashes on the top. It's cool. Horn. Now, so at the moment we're on control group, seats and the steering wheel. Now I couldn't find under L1, R1, L1, R1 anything that changed. However, if we change that now to Windows and we go inside, this is really cool. So L1 and raise crane. And listen. It sounds like a window motor. R1 and raise. Just phenomenal. Now if we go to spoiler, we've got R1, and we can raise and lower the spoiler. So depending on what size trailer you're pulling behind you, you can adjust the spoiler for better airflow over the back, which is incredible. And then we've got chassis suspension. I've broken my suspension. That was raising and lowering perfectly. It's making the sound. Anyway, it's supposed to raise and lower. But what's cool is inside. Right, so look at when I change my light options. Let's go through our lights. So look down to the bottom. It's moving. Look, changing the stalks, it's changing the button positions. It's insane. I mean, just absolutely incredible. It's wow. But again, apologies if I miss anything, but it sounds good, looks fantastic. It's an absolute animal. Look at that. It looks got some very Australian road train look to that, isn't it? But there you go. I've got to speed up. I'm not going to get all this done. So that's the Scania Torpedo by Eric Isaac AgroMod. Sorry that took so long. Next we've got this, the Massey Ferguson 4700 5700 series. This has got some extra. Oh, this is incredible. 44.61 megabytes download, 22 slots and 21 slots by J.AModding FS. Did I even say what that was? Probably not. That's 41.22 megabytes download, 22 slots on console. So onto the Massey Fergusons. If we go to our small tractors, there we go. The 4700. So options on this, we've got 79 horsepower, 89 horsepower, 99, 110, 130, and back again. We've got Lizard Wheels 1, and then Rice Wheels 2, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, back again. So under the Michelin, we've got no options. Under Trelleborg, we've only got a standard and a narrow. Continental, standard and narrow. So it's the Lizards that have got all the options for, and I'm not going to read them all out, but as you can see, wide and wheel track, we've got used tyres, there's a whole load of options to choose from. Then you've got the Rice Wheel choices. We can run through different options there with extra bits and weights and cage wheels and used tyres. Yeah, there's a load on here. Then you've got configuration, no. You've got bumper and shovel, weight or no. Let's go with the bumper. You've got beacons, yes, no, straightforward. Exhaust, design 1, design 2, design 3, design 4, 5, 6, and off. They're hard to see actually. Then got window, design 1, 2, just 2 on that. So many. Fenders, front, rear, both. Flags, we got Brazil, we got Rio Grande do Sul, we got Santa Catarina, Piranha, we got Argentina, United States, France, Germany, no England, oh dear. Auxiliary options, we got current, it puts a chain on there at the front, we got PX antenna, we got black grills on the sides of the bonnet. You can have the chain and PX antenna, chain and black grill, and then you can go through options to have all. Reverse beep, yes or no. I think I went for yes on both. Attach on the back, we've got design 1, design 2. We've got front loader attacher, go through those options, and then we've got main colour, red or black, chassis colour, and then we've got rim colour, and we've got a license plate. Then we go to the 5700, things change a little bit here. So we've got 99, 105, 130, back again, so 130 again being the highest. We've got Lizard Wheels 1, Rice Wheels, then Rice Wheels 2, then we've got Rice Track, which is what I went for because I thought that was just incredible. Model 1, 2, and then we go through various different tyre options on the front. Same with the Trelleborg, same with the Michelin, Continental, back to Lizards, and again there's a whole ton of different tyre choices, track widths, all sorts of stuff to choose from if we go through there. Configuration was the same on this for bumper and shovel, weight, and etc. Beacons, yes or no. Exhaust, the same options. Then we've got design. So you've got cover like that, with a screen, big cover with a screen, back off again. I think I went for that. Fenders with the same options. Oh, mirrors, we've got left, right, or both, so you can have mirrors on this one as well. Auxiliary options was the same for chain and then antenna and grill. Reverse beep was the same, windows were the same, attachers was the same, front loader was the same, and the same with the colour options. But this is where things get really interesting. If we come down here and we go to our miscellaneous, we get to these. So what you can do is you can simulate, and it adds this level of immersion which is incredible. Your auxiliary wheels you can buy separately. So you want to go for, if you want to go for this one, for example, you've got edge yes or no, and you can buy 2 of those. If you go for the half cage, you decide, well, you need both. You want a left wheel and a right wheel, so you'll need 1 of each. Then the double wheel, there's a ton of different options, full tyre, treads, and worn and not worn, that kind of thing. Main colour for the hub as well, for the rim. But then you've got a left wheel and a right wheel, and you'll need 1 of each, obviously, for the same thing. So these can be picked up with straps, they can be put onto trailers, they can be strapped down. And then what you do is you can add your auxiliary wheels on. So rather than having double wheel settings, you can add that immersion to it where you put them on. So if I back up now, you need to be stationary for disconnecting, it says, which is great. So if I go like that, that's weird because I just disconnect. Why would it flip that round? Because I disconnected them facing that direction. That's really strange. But that one went on fine. So you add on your double sets of wheels, which I think is just incredible. If I drive forward, do that, that, that. And then we can do the same here. If we, depending on what we've gone for. The same with that one. I don't know why I did that. So I like that. You know, you can get that whole get a toolbox out and you're attaching your wheels for doing whatever work you're going to be doing. Yeah, did the same with that as well. How peculiar. They were the right way around. So you can add those on if you want to, which I think is just awesome. Absolutely awesome. So we've got on this horn, lights. If you've gone for beacons, that's a brilliant feature. I think that should be an in-game standard feature for the new version of the game. If you want to buy extra sets of tyres, you actually have to buy them and get them, and that would be just brilliant. And then this one here, which just sounds just wow. We've got control groups. I thought I had it on the other one. It might be because I put the tyres on. Control group hood. We can raise and lower our hood, and it puts the support in there. We're doing work on it, which is cool. I mean, it's just a stick, but it puts the support on. We then got rear view mirrors, so we can adjust those like that and like that, and then back to hood again. I'm concerned now because I could have sworn this had the same. Let's disconnect those. Yeah, that's why, because I had those connected. Isn't that strange? Right, now I've got the options come up. So doors and windows, L1, right stick side to side, bonnet. Left stick side to side does the rear window, right stick side to side does the door, and then we've got the same options for rear view mirrors, which can be adjusted like that. I honestly thought I was losing it. And then door and window again. So yeah, those are our options for all the various different things. I want to get back to this because I like when this clanks along, it's just brilliant. It's like an old World War II half track. I mean, I know we've got a lot of tracked vehicles like this, but this looks more like any of them than I remember. Very cool indeed. I've got to get on. I need to get these last ones done. That's the Massey Ferguson 4700, 5700 series by GNFS, which brings you on to the last of the mods for Friday the 26th. I want to have a lie down. This is the Fendt Favorit series by j.AModding, 72.12 megabytes download, 27 slots each. You will find these under medium tractors. So we start with the Favorit 800 Turbo Shift LSE. We've got the 800 Turbo Shift and the 900. Slot counts come down to 2 on each of them from their 27. So we've got the 24 mile an hour or a 31 mile an hour in each of the horsepower. So 165 horsepower. We've then got 190 horsepower in both speeds, 210 in both speeds, 230 in both speeds, and then back again. So that goes up to 230 horsepower. We've got Trelleborg, we've got Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, and back again. There are no narrows in any of these. I'm not going to go through all the different tyre options, but we do have twin wheel options on a lot of them. And if you go for the big chunky boys, I mean, they're big tyre options. We've got wheel weights, you've got an adapter plate, you've got 300 kilo, 600 kilo, 900 kilo, 1000 kilo only with the 42-inch rim. So if you've gone for the big boys, then you can get the extra ones. Reverse driving, yes or no. Mirrors default or wide angle, and the other tractors have these options as well. Beacon, no. We've got left and right. We've got left and then an antenna. We've got left and right with an antenna if you want it on there, and then off again. And then we've got GPS, yes, standard Lizard, or we can have a John Deere one on there if you want to put a John Deere one on as well. Fender back, now where it says normal short, this is the depth of it. So you've got normal short and then long, it just adds an extra little lip, and you can see it better on the faded. So you've got faded short, faded long, just gives you a bit more dip on that. Front PTO, we've got yes or no on this version. Then we've got main colour, anything on that palette, and that's the same on all of them, so we can change the colour of that out. Wheel weight colour, we can change if you've gone for a wheel weight option on there. Rim colour, again, anything on that palette. License plate. If we go to the 800, so the same thing with this, with 24 and 31 mile an hour, 170 horsepower, 190, 210, 230, and back off. This only goes to 230. I thought this went to 260. That's the other one. Same options for our tyres. Same with the wheel weights. Same reverse driving. Same with mirrors. Same with beacons. GPS is the same. Exhaust is different on this. We got flap exhaust or we got a pipe. We got fender. Same options on this. License plate, now this is slightly different. So license plate position, we've got front grille or up on the exhaust. And then we go to front hubs, old or new, which the other one didn't have. Then you've got this, so front PTO, yes, which the other one had an option, but then you've got this, maze grille. So you have a maze grille on there. So when you're doing maze, you've got a lot of dust, it puts an extra grille on the front of there, and then you can have that with the PTO as well. So the extra maze grille on there, that's quite cool looking, I like that. I've got one of them like that. Then again, same with the colours, same with the grid. Oh no, this one, grid. We've got grid colours as well. So the grid's on the top at the front. We've got grid colours we can change as well. Wheel weights, rim colour, license plate. And then we move on to the 900 Vario. This one I'm sure goes up to 260. So again with the speeds, 24 and 31 miles an hour. 170 horsepower, 200 horsepower, 230, 260. Yes, 260 horsepower. Same with the tyres. And everything else as we run through is the same as the previous version with the exhaust. And then we've got the same with the front grille, the maze grille as well on their colour options, including the grids on the front. So if you want to change those grid colours, say for something red, whatever you want to do, and license plate. So let's hop into, let's go with that was the first one we looked at. And these sound amazing. These are beasties, I mean proper beasties. I love the rock, the movement on the turn of these. Just brilliant. Beacons, lights, horn, listen to that. All of the everything, the hissing, the sound, just absolutely great. So L1, R1, left stick side to side does the front window, right stick side to side does the door, right stick up and down, please do it, does the rear window. That's because I'm doing multiple controls on the PlayStation controller. Come on, there we go. Light comes on in the cab as well when you open that door. So it's that one, that one, that one, that one. Yeah, there we go. We can change driving direction if you've gone for that as an option. Fendt and Valtras are often have that option. Interior is great. Just wow. Swap out that one. This one, I think it's pretty much standard. So I've gone for the maze grill on that. I'd like to love the look of that. Same with the doors and windows. If we actually do it from inside, and we do, there you go. So you see the interior light come on and off. Why is, that's curious. Why is that showing? Oh, okay. So it's forward and reverse, but they both flash at the moment because I haven't chosen anything. Then when I put it into reverse, it goes, oh, I'm just looking at those lights on the dash thinking, I'm thinking, that's not my hazard lights or anything. He said, no, of course it's not. That's your forward and reverse. Until you've chosen what gear, it won't come up on the screen. That's an incredible little feature, that. That's just, wow. Oh, man, I love these. This, like I said, this was going to be a doozy. Did I say? If I didn't, I meant to. I'll put it on the thumbnail. And then the 926, which again, animal. And that's it for the mods for Friday the 26th of January. I hope you've stuck with me. I hope you've watched both parts. If you haven't watched the first part, I'll try to remember to put a card up. Jump over and have a look at that as well. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.